Should have cleared my throat first. Alright, visually, it's a little bit on the larger side, so we can just compress it down a little bit. And probably can get away with a little more. Little more. That looks good. Do we have audio coming through? We do indeed. So hello, people of the internet. It is I, Soulrack Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we are taking on the new event here. Nanmei Yumi Hazari, 8 Dog Chronicles, Koyo... I didn't even read it all. We're just gonna go through the news post and see exactly what it says. So, it is the 8 Dog Chronicles, Kayokute Bakin. Sounds like the event. Kayokute Bakin is the name of the servant, it seems. No idea who this is. No idea what this event is. Well, I guess we'll find out. So, Kayokute Bakin is a 5-star AoE arts writer servant. Okay. Interesting. It looks like Izo, Lobo are on rate up, and then we got some CEs, a Goei CE for the 5-star. 3 stars each turn, arts by 8, NP charged by 2 levels for the first time, and rolly balls increased. 4-star Warriors Watchtower. Can't really tell who that is in there. 10 stars for the first time, quick by 3, buster by 3, and rope toys by 1. Invaliant Warrior of the Plains is Lobo. Crit by 5, crit resistance by 3, and chompy meals by 1. Kayokute Bakin. I am known for Hakendan. Even if you don't know me, you know Hakenden. No, I don't. A writer from Edo, Japan, and one of Japan's best-known authors. His works include Nanso Satomi Hakenden, Nanso Satomi 8 Dog Chronicles, Shinsetsu Yumi Harizuki, A Wonder Tale, The Moonbow, Kaisei Suikoden, an adaptation of the Chinese classic, The Water Margin, Kinsesetsu Bishonoroku, a modern-day record of a handsome youth, and many more. Well-known ukiyo-e artist and contemporary of Bakin, Katsushika Hokusai, contributed illustrations to many of Bakin's popular works, including Shinsetsu Yumi Harizuki. Born to a samurai family, a source of constant pride for Bakin, his innate talent for the written word ultimately led him to becoming the first Japanese person to make a living solely from writing. And then Izo is also on rate up as well. So I'm going to just call him Bakin, if that's even the right pronunciation. And looks like Izo has a new Spiriton outfit. And 2 rank up quests have been added. For Lobo, which changes monstrous strength to Homesick White Wolf, for a 3-turn attack increase and against any special attacks against humans. And Izo's Noble Phantasm has been strengthened to deal significant special attack damage to enemies with a human attribute. Okay, cool. Beyond that, hints and strategies, nothing new here. Just telling you how to filter by the events and such. I probably should set up an event support later. The event itself. One day a little puppy wanders into Chaldea. The dog-loving servants gather around in delight as the mysterious puppy capers about. After the initial excitement dies down, an unknown servant arrives, claiming to be the puppy's owner. But something seems off about their spirit origin. Chaldea's staff begins an analysis of the servant, but a tremendous roar and a sudden accompanying tremor shake Chaldea violently. Out of nowhere, mysterious arrow smashes into Chaldea, causing massive damage. Master, along with a hastily assembled party, assembles to search for the assailant before they can unleash their next devastating strike. Their search takes them to a newly discovered group of minute singularities. Will Master and company be able to locate and defeat their mysterious attacker before the next arrow strikes Chaldea? Suffered heavy damage from unknown attacker's bombardment. Realizing another attack with spell certain destruction, you reach out to a group of minute singularities where the assault originated from to prevent a follow-up attack. You follow the main story, which unlocks every day. Progress by collecting dog warrior points. Oh no, this is a point ladder. And I'm starting it a week late. Stupid strep throat. Gather event items can be exchanged for free quests, which are unlocked as soon complete main quests. You'll also be able to arrange expeditions for the 8 dog warriors. Select a dog warrior to send on an expedition, and they will return after a certain period of time with any items and dog warrior points they picked up along the way. The number of dog warriors you can send out increases as you progress through the event. When you have a dog warrior on standby, try sending them out on an expedition. Will not grant an event limited service as the story progresses. You do need Sin completed for this. Okay. You can see the trailer for it online. With the 8 dog warriors by your side, fight to repel the attacker lurking in the group of minute singularities. Yep. Free quests, points, yada yada. Oh, actual dog warriors. I thought some of them were servants or something. Okay. Unlocked every day. Yeah, they should all be unlocked by this point. Yeah. Whew, that's a lot of dog warrior points. 500,000 for all of them. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get done today with this late start. These are everything that can be obtained through the expeditions. Some servants are getting boosted. So we have Tametomo, who was in Trom, has apparently been released. 5-star, he's an archer. He gets the biggest alongside Bakin. Barghest, Izo, Lobo, and Hokusai also get a 50 attack, 20 bond boost, and all other archers get a 30-20 as well. And then there's event craft essences. The 5-star one otherwise, from the event itself, is Heartbreaker, featuring Tomoe and Osakabe Hime. Sure hit and arts effectiveness by 4%, buster by 4%, and starting NP charge. There's also some command codes. Roiko featured in Aimless Blade of Love for 15% special attack against demonics and 15 against heaven or earth servants. Sunflower Paintbrush, Goi's paintbrush clearly, 2 stars when attacking with the engraved card, and recover 300 HP and inflict curse to yourself. Okay, and Caval the second is crit star gather rate by 50% and crit strength by 10 for the engraved Buster card. Okay. Anything else new information-wise in this post? No. The only other new thing is the summon for Tametomo. Archer. We knew that. So, Tametomo is a 5-star AoE Buster Archer. Sorry, dude. As cool as you were in Trom, I have a Gil. So, I'm not terribly concerned with rolling for you. I might... Did I do the monthly shop? I did not. Let me just really quickly purchase stuff from the monthly Prism shop here. And then determine how I'm going to approach things. Okay. How many tickets do I forgot to claim here as well. So take the scale, the last May tickets. Take the medals for all of these tickets. And login. Yeah, I did miss a day of login. Again, I had strep. It was not fun. Could not talk. I could barely get out of bed. Okay. So, how many tickets do I have at the present time? I have 32 tickets. I think I will do 10 tickets here on Tametomo's banner, because Tametomo is not coming right away. Whew, okay. I was about to say, if that was a 1-spin 5-star, that would have been something. But no, it's just Tomoe. No, Suzuka. My bad, Suzuka. My bad. Yeah, we'll do the 10 tickets here, see if we can't get him. If not, all well. And I'll save another 10 tickets just for after the event, in case the other servant, the writer servant, catches my interest. But I do need to conserve and persevere, because summer is almost here. As is anniversary, but, you know, summer... Actually, no, anniversary will probably be first. Yeah. See, I have to hold off on splurging, essentially. But, yeah, back to the matter at hand of the event. I don't think I'm going to get as much done today as I expected to. I didn't realize this was a point ladder event. Because, again, been ill, so I did not stream at all last week. I could barely talk. And I was just exhausted. Pretty much all week. So, yeah, I mean, it's not really an excuse. It is the facts of what the matter is. I'm going to just start tap-clicking through these. Make it go a little faster. One of the event CEs would be nice as well. I'm going to let it go until I see if it's double-sided or not. Nope. Because if it is a rainbow spin or a changing spin, I don't want to skip through that, you know? Because those are special. And the special spin should always be seen. Servant. Nope. Vargas. There's a little hesitation there. CE maybe? Yep. Nope. Unwithering Flower. Not as special as I thought. And here is the last ticket we're going to do with the double. Getting anything new and exciting? We got Valiant Warrior of the Plains. That's good. So we got the new 3-star CE. I'll gladly take that. And we also get a servant. That servant is not immediately gold. It's a saber. It is... God. It is... not a great one. Alright. Cool. So, I think with that, we rush to the shop real quick. Burn off the excess here. I need to see if Suzuka can be increased bond. Oh, I do have to turn on my tiers, but that can be it. Suzuka, you are already NP5, apparently. Okay. I'll burn you later, because I want to get into this event right away. Prologue, the Stray Shaggy Dog Commotion. No battles for the prologue. So I think I will have up to the second main quest unlocked. The third one is where it started requiring points, if I remember seeing correctly. I think that was one too many sniffs. Rustle, rustle, rummage, rummage. I think someone's sniffing me. So, Merlin, is that you? I'm a little bit, a little disturbed that Merlin apparently sniffs us. More than a little disturbed, actually. Hallucination. No, but I do smell a new rival. Doggo. Is that a puppy? Easy boy, there's a good doggo. Forgive my intrusion, Master. I brought you a change of clothes. Miss Crane and Habitrot finished making the alterations you asked for. Humans really do grow fast, don't you? Keep this up and you might just end up tall. I don't recall seeing this creature before. It looks like a canine. May I approach? I should be able to determine how strong it is simply by stroking its nape. Twitch. Pitter patter, pitter patter. Pitter patter. Ran away. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to scare it. Salter! Never seen this stray dog before, but I sense a faint magical energy coming from it. Is it someone's familiar? You there. What are you doing here? You seem lethargic. Are you hungry? Yep. Are you searching for something? Regardless, you should have something to eat. Fortunately for you, I keep dog food in my room at all times for just an occasion. Aww. That's sweet of Salter. For the time being, I think I will call you Caval the Third. What about Peritas? I do not recall asking your opinion on the matter, young Iskandar, unless this is your hound. Sadly, no, I've never seen this adorable puppy before. Look how glossy his coat is, and how evenly his coloring is dispersed. Yeah. He might still be a pup, but I can already tell he's going to grow into a big, strong dog. One who will have no trouble in the cold. Here, puppy, you can have water from my bottle. Here, come on. Seems he's refusing to drink. You really are a smart boy. I bet you already have an owner, didn't you? Whoa! Okinamaro? What? Dude, Okinamaro, it is you! What in the world are you doing here? Do you know this dog, then? No, wait, now that I look closely, this isn't Okinamaro at all. He was way bigger than this guy. With the sublime way he's panting right now, it's exactly like the pup I used to keep at court. There we go, Okinamaro, who's a good boy. Hey, no fair, let me nuzzle him as well. Say, I just noticed he has a heart-shaped spot on his back. Does he now? Interesting. Jeez, everybody's gathered. Well, I see everyone's fighting for a piece of that little furball. A stray in Chaldea? That can't be right. This is a top-secret organization. It's probably just some servant's pet. In fact, don't we have a circus ringleader or something now? So we've got a demonic beast tamer here, huh? Nice. But let's not bring in any rune-enhanced bears, yeah? Rune bears. Now I see, Lancer. So what you're trying to say is, I want women and children to fawn over me too, especially with belly rubs. Well, if you want it, you're always welcome to my foot. Now lie down on the floor and pull up your shirt. Where the hell would that even come from? Were you not just listening? I know anything goes in Chaldea these days, but I still can't help but feel like something's going on here. What do you mean by that? Huh? Peritas, Caval the Third, Okinamaro. Yep. Patter, 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 patter. And now it's run away. Maybe we should catch it before things get weird and totally out of hand. Oh my, it's a dog. Stay back, I don't want it biting me. Don't worry, Abby, it's just a tiny puppy. Here, boy, it's okay. I wonder who he belongs to. Ah. Robo-dogs. Lobo. Surprise jump. The hell? How's a dust cloud moving around on its own? Is this one of those robot vacuum things? Hey, out of my futon. You're too warm. Izo, did you see a doggy around here? Nope. Really, that's weird. I was sure I saw it come this way. How was that all about? Now what? You there, the sulking strider. Did you see a puppy around here? No! I swear, what's the matter with you people? Can't you let a guy nap in peace? Been drinking a little more than usual, Okada? You're getting quite the beer belly. Well, sake belly. Yeah, you got me. I'm still almost full of bursting for my morning wake-up drink. Guess I'll have to look elsewhere then. What's all this about? They chasing you or something? Alright. If you want to get out of that badly, come on already. All that aside, you're an ugly son of a bitch, aren't you? I'd love to get a load of your owner. They say dogs and their owners look alike. Yep. Isa, is this a good time? Great, not you too, master. Leave me alone, will you? I just want to catch up on my sleep. I don't trust you. Your attitude, your behavior, your belligerence puts me in the mind of a sopping wet dog. Who said that? If you want to fight that bad, then I'll... Damn, that's a big western dog. I mean, very. What's it to you? As long as I'm not on the clock escorting or manslaying, why can't I use my time how I like? Squirrel. Susuke? There you are, Susuke. Phew, I've been looking all over for you. No, settle down. Yes, I get it already. You've been through a lot, haven't you? What the hell? That's what I'd want to know. That is what I want to know. Okay, now I see. So, Susuke here was the cause of all the hubbub about a stray dog. So you're the lost little dog's owner, Lady. Another case of Rule 63, I think it is? Bakin, famed for being Japan's very first professional author. You're far too kind, but yes, I am, Toto Koyo Kute Shujin Bakin. Bakin? As in the great writer of the Edo period's waning years who wrote Nanso Satomi Eight Dog Chronicles. Yes, that's definitely me. It's an honor, although I thought Bakin was male at the time. Or maybe she's used to this by now. Maybe I'm the weird one. Maybe she's from a parallel world. Good gracious. Can I say something? I'm pretty sure there are people here who weren't present for Lady Bakin's summoning. Yeah, like me. So this is probably a good time to explain how we got here. First off, we didn't summon Lady Bakin here intentionally. What? You mean she still hasn't forged a contract? Interesting. Yep, that's right. She's still contractless. She's what we'd refer to in most cases as a rogue servant. You know, the summoning circle we were testing, she just appeared out of nowhere claiming to be Bakin. Sol was there too, though he'd only just woken up from a nap. So the first ones to discover her were him, me, and some of the other Chaldea staff. But the dog showed up first. Right, this little guy, who we believe is most likely a Bernese mountain dog, was spotted well before Lady Bakin was summoned. She then told Sol about the familiar who was supposed to be accompanying her, which prompted us to begin searching Chaldea for him. And you finally tracked him to my room, huh? What a pain in the ass this pup turned out to be. I'm so sorry for the trouble Susuke caused. I beg thy pardon. Stop acting as if you've been terribly wrong. Being prevented from sleeping all day is not a legitimate grievance. Don't talk to me about grievances. More importantly, something doesn't add up. I might not know much about summons, but I do know it's weird for a servant and familiar to show up on their own in a completely back-asswards order. Servants and familiars are supposed to be like a single unit, right? And if it weren't bad enough, she still hasn't forged a contract with Master. This is ridiculous. She could just as easily be an assassin, and you just let her waltz right into our inner citadel. Well, you can't fool me. She's up to something. I just know it. How can I put this? Da Vinci, your opinion? I think this is all fascinating. Ito's right as far as this is something that's never happened before goes. But we were running an analysis on her and Susuke to make sure Chaldea stays safe. And for good measure, we can have Barghest keep an eye on them too. Would you mind, Barghest? No, not at all. I am admittedly well suited for keeping a stray dog on a leash. Great. Oh, and one more thing. I actually have someone here at Chaldea who knows more about Lady Bakin's temperament than anyone else. So I'd like to hear from her next. Oh, that's right. Hey, Orlando. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How be things? How be things? Orlando. Sorry, mispronounced. Orlanadorse. Yeah. My bad. But welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. How be things? How be things? Happy Monday indeed. You're from the same time and place as Bakin, right, Hokusai? If I'm not mistaken, you even worked together when you were alive. Yeah, why have you been so quiet, Oi? Izu's got plenty of reasons to be suspicious. Whole bunch of things about this ain't adding up. First big question for ya. You're Omi-chan, ain't ya? No idea what that means. That's right. I'm Omichi, Bakin's daughter-in-law. There's the kicker. Okay. So this is not the true Bakin. This is Bakin's daughter-in-law. Tokimura Michi. Interesting. The plot thickens. Well, Beezer left says he ain't one for complicated topics. So this is not an instance of Rule 63. I honestly don't remember which rule it is. Izo. I wanted to thank him for looking after Susuke, but I guess I missed my chance. That won't be a problem. I'll be looking after you both from now on. Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Lady Barghest. I can tell she's genuinely placing her trust in me, but that's somehow just throwing me off. Okay, Senpai, I have Da Vinci's analysis. She said she has something else she wants to look into personally, so I'll be reading her report in her stead. What's the report say? Bakin is a rider-class servant. Possesses all the same general knowledge servants are given when they're summoned. Physically has the body of a young adult woman. Mental autonomy in response to external stimuli check out. No signs of madness enhancement detected at this time. Day's going good so far. Especially since I'm not sick like I was pretty much all of last week. I had strep last week, and it was a bad case of it. Could barely talk. Some days I could barely get out of bed. It was not fun. It was not fun. Whole house actually got it. And we're on the recovery, but still hurt. Still sucks. Still can feel a bit of a tickle in my throat, so I guess it's a good thing I'm not going to be able to catch up on the event fully today. Her spirit origin is incredibly frail. I estimate she has no more than 1/8 the power of a typical servant. 1/8. Oh, 8 Dog Chronicles. I get it. I get the event's premise now. Apparently that number doesn't just refer to a servant's magical energy. It seems to mean that all the various elements which go into making up a servant are severely lacking. Yeah, I gotcha. No wonder there's only one dog warrior here with her. Oh, I'm already on the up and up recovery. It's just a small tickle in the back of the throat right now, which is only exacerbated as I speak more and more, so. Dog warrior. That was the name given to the 8 young samurai featured in the 8 Dog Chronicles. I remember one of them was also named Inukawa Sosuke, though this Sosuke is an actual dog, of course. 1/8 the power of a typical servant, huh? That will certainly not be helpful in a fight. What was the point of her being summoned to Chaldea in the first place? But how are you then? How have you been? Well, we still don't know for certain that she was summoned to Chaldea per se. So does that have anything to do why Bakin is mostly Omichi? It's definitely possible, though we still don't know for sure. All we know is at this point is that the servant is missing most of Bakin's memories and personality. Yeah, that's right. So if you don't mind, I would be grateful if you called me Omichi rather than Bakin. Easily done. Thank you. Thank you kindly for the compliment on the profile pic. I'm guessing that's what PFP means. My brain isn't all there right now, I guess, because I'm trying to split my attention, but I'm guessing PFP is profile pic. But yeah, I actually made that myself. Took a lot of work. My dad used to be... Excuse me, my throat caught there. My dad used to be a tattoo artist, so I scanned one of the dragon tattoo sketches he made, cut out to be just the head, and sort of filled it all in on my own. Omichi, how are you feeling about all this? A lot of what Da Vinci said had made sense to me. First of all, I could clearly tell that I'd been summoned as Bakin, and I can also intuitively tell that I'm missing all sorts of things. Such as the 8 Dog Warriors Oi and Mash mentioned, for one thing. As a servant, I have 8 dog familiars. Sosuke here is one of them. I'm sure the other 7 must be around somewhere, but I'm afraid I have no idea where. 8 dog familiars. That must be Bakin's servant's 8 dogs. Sounds great. Hidden artist in you. I mean, I don't know about drawing, but is streaming not a form of artwork? So I am technically an artist because I'm a streamer. I can see that large bead tied to Sosuke's neck has the Chinese character for justice on it. Does the other dog warriors have something similar? Yes, they do. Each of them has a bead with a character corresponding to one of the Jingi Hako, or 8 virtues. Jin, benevolence; Ji, justice; Rei, courtesy; Qi, wisdom; Chu, loyalty; Shin, faith; Kao, piety; and Te, respect. Once all 8 dogs, along with their beads, have been brought together, I can wield my full power. But I was so confused after I was first summoned that I didn't handle myself very well. I tried acting tough so as not to dishonor the name Bakin, but that obviously didn't go well either. I gotta sat back and pretended not to know for a bit longer, but it was just too damn funny. I mean, pretty hard working on Michi-an pretending to be a servant like some kind of actor. Ain't never gonna see another show like that. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Oi? Still, I have to say I was relieved to see a familiar face in this strange new land. Well, ain't that a stroke of good luck? So you commanded 8 dogs as your familiars. But more importantly, Michi. Yes, what is it, Lady Barghest? Putting aside the matter of your lack of spirit origin for now, why did you, Bakin's daughter-in-law, materialize instead of Bakin himself? Yeah, is this another Hokusai Oi sort of dealio? I wonder the same thing. They do seem to be a lot of similarities. Lord Hokusai. You mean the original Katsushika Hokusai, Oi's father, Tetsuzo, is here at Caldea too? Alright, I hadn't told you yet. This octopus here is actually Toto-sama. Wait, what? Yeah. I thought you were calling yourself Hokusai because you inherited the name from your father. Oh. Gotta love it. Got to love it. It is quite something, isn't it? Servants. They don't gotta make sense. I don't blame you for being surprised. But yes, that's right. Katsushika Hokusai, the foreigner servant, is actually both Hokusai himself and Oi. He is? So that bizarre-looking octopus is actually Tetsuzo? Then does that mean Sosuke here is actually my Pops? Father? Pops, it's me, Michi. Are you in there, Pops? Yeah, pretty sure that ain't what's going on here. So, Tetsuzo, huh? That's your real name, Toto-sama? I still don't understand. You call him father, yet as his daughter-in-law, you were not related by blood. Aren't you basically strangers, then? I can't imagine how you could have had a bond strong enough to become part of a shared servant. Of course, I'm originally from Fairy Britain. There is still much I don't understand about human camaraderie or affection. But if I'm to monitor you, I will need a reason I can accept. There must be one besides you or that dog. Sasuke, something wrong? Did I shake you too hard? Power... I honestly wouldn't even know how to do that kind of stuff. It'd be interesting if I could figure out how to do that, but I have no idea where I would even start with it. Emergency alert. Deploying magical energy barrier. Plus, there's a lot of other things I do need to work on first. I still need to get a lot of emotes for the channel. The channel was kind of a little bit on hiatus for some time because I was doing school pretty hard time, but a lot of shit happened, and I'm on a little bit of a break from schooling right now, so I'm streaming more regularly, and I want to get some things spruced up, and starting with more emotes, because I do have a fair few emote slots. We're under attack. No, it's too fast for that. We're picking up an enormous energy surge. This is an artillery blast. Brace! 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 Those of you near Seoul, make sure you stay safe. Hurry! What the? Artillery blast directly at us, huh? What's going on? Someone's attacking Kildare directly. I can't believe it. Senpai, get down! How bad? How much damage was done? Technically yes, but it is not really something that is that active. That's another thing I definitely need to work on, is revitalizing the Discord. I got a lot of stuff in the to be worked on category, essentially. Lots and lots of stuff. Sorry, I should have been more careful. It all just happened so fast. Fortunately, considering the size of the blast, we were incredibly lucky with casualties. Only a few staff members were hurt, and only minor injuries at that. Plus, as you can see, Seoul is still alive and well too. It's all thanks to our servants responding so quickly. Yeah, I have... Let's see here. I still have all 5 follower emote slots and 4 tier 1 standard slots, as well as 5 animated subscriber slots. So yeah, I've got a lot of emotes I can do. Lots and lots and lots. Yeah. I have a very large to-do list. Very large indeed. I'm so glad you're all okay. Thanks again, MASH. Of course. Now I'll run an even more thorough safety check to make extra sure you stay safe and well. We'll have to make do with minimum checks for now. We cannot afford to simply sit and wait while we're under attack. She's right. We know for now these 2 lady testimonies that we have little time left to respond. Ushi Wakamaru and Kichi Hogan. Right, and there's one more reason as well. We've detected a spirit origin pattern of the same type seen in the massive singularity mission we recently completed. Then your gathering here makes even less sense. We should be monitoring counterattack, not simply talking. Oh, I plan on getting work done. Working on stuff is definitely going to be starting soon enough. I just need to gather myself to start things off, essentially. But, yeah, don't worry. I plan on getting stuff started real quickly soon, like. Alright, Vargas, we don't have any time to spare. We need to make a decision, and we need to make it along with you, Soul. Still haven't gotten the bottom of the mystery of Bakin. Or Omichi. I know, this is all a lot to take in. The situation is simply that urgent. We're preparing for another attack, even as all this is happening. Another attack, Yes, I suppose we should expect as much, given that we're all very much alive. How can you be sure there's going to be a second blast? Because I told them, Master. That attack was a Genji arrow, unleashed by a peerless samurai bowman. That was what struck the storm border. What's more, I recognize the grudge, bloodlust, and malice that were poured into this arrow. Ushi Wakamaru sensed the attack before anyone else, even our radar. She's the only reason we had time to deploy any sort of barrier. Wait, a single arrow? That's what caused all this damage. That would mean... That's right, as you're probably imagining, it was a servant's noble phantasm, not an ordinary arrow. A good archer always knocks their bow with 2 arrows. The first is to zero in on their target, and the second is meant to kill it. So that earlier attack was just the first arrow. A test run, if you will. You're saying that massive strike earlier was only a test. You're kidding, right? That test is just tore a massive hole in our defenses. One more shot even close to that power and the Stormboarder's done for. Indeed, there's nothing we can do to prevent it. Luckily, we were able to trace the arrow's trajectory, so we have a good idea of where it was fired from. Take a look at this map. We discovered a minute singularity cluster floating in a space-time frame right around here. It's from there that arrow fired. Furthermore, this magic arrow jumped through both time and space to reach us. This suggests it was an astonishingly precise shot. Hang on, did you say a minute singularity cluster, as in more than one of them? Kinda sounds like a bunch of islands floating in space-time instead of an ocean. Reminds me of the islets in Nanmei. This is all starting to smell real fishy. I thought you might have some thoughts about that, Hokusai. Anything to do to prepare? Of course, in fact, we've already begun. We're going to make a special device that's key to our dealing with the next attack. The Nemo series and Sion are working as fast as they can. I'll be joining them too as soon as we're done here. And we won't just be relying on the device either. We'll be getting help from the Servant Brigade too. There's what you said earlier, true. Did you really detect that what appears to be a holy grail in that minute singularity cluster? We think so. It definitely could have been. We only picked up on the signal for a moment, but it was so strong it honestly left us bewildered. We took a closer look, and assuming their numbers are accurate, looks like there's no fewer than 7 holy grails there. 7 holy grails? Like 7 dogs. I don't want to even think about it, but if this sniper manages to claim the holy grail's power, they could bombard us with as many of those attacks as they wanted. So we need to find this sniper and stop them as soon as we possibly can. Is there no way we can move the border somewhere safe? No, I don't think that would be enough. In fact, it would probably be pointless. At the moment, we don't even know how they managed to find us. No, the only way to defeat against a proper projectile capable of crossing space-time like this is to sever all magecraft connections or kill the source on the shot. Like Gordy said. Which is why I'd like you to lead the mission to find and stop the shooter, Soul. No one's sinking the border on my watch. That's the spirit. That aside, since we've already established a magecraft connection via the attack that hit us earlier, it's possible that this enemy could infiltrate us directly or employ some kind of curse unaffected by distance. But given how uncertain Shuwakamaru and Hogan were about the enemy using arrows, I'd say it's safe to bet they're fixated on us like we're a giant target. I don't think so. Whoever is doing this is taking this approach because their proficiency in archery is their greatest weapon, making it their most efficient and reliable means of harming us. Indeed, agree with that assessment too. Gotcha. A mission like this doesn't seem like unusual. No, it's not that, Soul. We actually want you away on a wholly different matter. Specifically, we want you to bring our newest intruder, guest, Miss Tokimura, aka Bakin the Servant, along on this mission. I believe her presence will make this mission much more likely to succeed. You made to go along. She can't fight, though. We have a number of good reasons for making this request, but unfortunately we lack the time to explain in detail. But there is one thing we must go over now, the name of the enemy attacking us. His name is Shinzei Hachiro, aka Minamoto no Tametomo. Minamoto no Tametomo? That's the one possible candidate to determine to have been behind range attacks we saw in the recent Singularity. And he's definitely in a high-ranking heroic spirit. Shuwakamaru and Hokusai should be able to tell you more during the mission. Understood. Yeah, I figured as much. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Of course, we'll do our best to support you too. Let's just hope we're able to maintain clear, concise comms this time around. Unfortunately, it looks like I might not be able to help you out myself. Pretty sure I'm going to have my hands full shoring up our defenses for the next attack. So I'd like you to maintain comm support and otherwise provide Soul with backup, Mash. Got it. Good luck, Mash. I'm counting on you. Thank you, Senpai. So I take it you're okay with Omichi coming along, then? Sure, why not? Great, what about you, Omichi? Are you willing to do this? I'd hate to put a guest of ours in danger, but if there's anything I can do to help, I'm happy to do it. Well, yeah, Omi-chan, well said. Oh. I already barked. I didn't need to bark too. Good gracious, this is hurting my throat. There's so much talking. Okay, based on what Hokusai said earlier, we decided to call this minute singularity cluster we discovered in the space-time rift Nanmei. Apparently, Nanmei refers to both a sea in the south and the islands found there. Unfortunately, attack damaged our transmission equipment, so we can only reshift a limited number of people there. Let's go over who will be going on this mission one more time. First up, the Commander and Master, Soul. He'll be accompanied by Ushio Akamaru, Bargist, Hokusai, and Bakin. That'll be our team for this mission. So I'm part of the rear guard, huh? Damn, too bad. T-minus 20 seconds to reshift. 19. 18. Sosuke's body is glowing again. Shh, Sosuke, what's gotten into you? What the hell? Oh, Izo. And Lobo. Anybody else coming along for the ride? Boy, I thought this might happen. Bad feeling. Forgot to mention that we also detected a Holy Grail signal that formed from that canine familiar. In our defense, it was a very faint signal. Is this enough to make you wonder whether the readings we saw in Anemi were actually from Holy Grails? Could have brought that up sooner. Can't we halt the reshift sequence? Is it already too late? Figures. Please be careful, Senpai. And everyone else too. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Doggo, teleport! Another of the 3-star CEs. Okay, so we're not getting a map, perhaps? Chaldea First Bow. The Tri-Star Hunter's Ultimate Arrow. You'll form your party immediately before the battle begins. Start the quest. Yes. So 1 arrow for the first mission. That's a relief. I really hope this is not too long, because again, my throat is starting to act up. I'm going to take a drink while this is loading. Huh? Okay, let's get back to making sure we're as prepared to defend further assault as we can be. I hope you're all ready, because we've got our work cut out for us. How are the renovations for Spirit Origin pod firing tubes coming along? Computer reports the first is almost done, and good progress is being made on the second and third. Excellent, so far everything's going as planned. As for you, Mesh, I'd like you to pinpoint Soul's reshift coordinates and maintain a comms connection. Yes, ma'am, I'm tracking him down and his team as we speak. What should I do? Well, you can... Wait, huh? What are you still doing here, Ushio? That's what I want to know. So, no Ushi. Poor Ushi. Seems Ushio remaining here was not the only anomaly to occur during this latest reshift. Izo and Lobo both disappeared from Chaldea at roughly the same time. We think they ended up accompanying Soul on his mission, probably without even meaning to. How can you be so nonchalant about this? It sounds like a disaster. No, wait. Knowing Soul, I wouldn't be all surprised if he were to just roll with these punches. At least I hope so. Please tell me again. Surely it's not too late for me to catch up. I'm really sorry, Ushio, but it's just not that simple. So now that you're here, I'd like you to stay with me as a key source of information on Tametomo. Alright, if that's how I can best help right now, then that's what I'll do. Alright, now tell us why you called us all here. I'm guessing it's not just because we come from the same mythology. That's right. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sion, would you mind telling them the plan? No problem. These are the special devices we're using for this counterattack mission. Spirit Origin Pods. They can be fired like rockets, and each pod can store a single servant Spirit Origin. You can think of them as a kind of compact rayship, though they operate on a pretty different principles. They're based on the same technology we use for the Spirit Origin briefcase. Once a pod reaches the optimal spacetime coordinates for a counterattack, it will automatically materialize that servant's spirit origin. Then, once the mission is complete, it will retrieve that spirit origin and return it to Chaldea along with the launch's trajectory. However, there is one important prerequisite for any servants using these pods. They must be archers. Archers are unrivaled when it comes to using minimal magical energy to maintain their spirit origins, and thanks to their strong independent action, they are also the only class able to use their full power in the Sea of Space-Time. Further, it goes without saying that fast, accurate shooting will be essential given the nature of the mission. That was a lot of words to say that we're going to be sent straight into the thick of it, and we'll have to play everything by ear. Fine by me, that ought to be perfect for my style of hunting. Let's just leave it at that. I do not relish the thought of being treated like a cannonball, but under the circumstances I will be the best cannonball I can be. Adelante. That you were able to come up with such an implement and a countermeasure on such short notice is frankly stunning. I'm impressed. Thank you for the kind words. It will not be an easy mission, but I believe you're all more than capable of completing it. Since I'm not an archer, does that mean I'm staying behind yet again? Excuse me. No, alright. Once you've all beaten him, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grind his quiver into dust. Sounds good to me. And patting her like a doggo. Alright, let's get this first sequence started. Servants, to your positions. Everything ready to go, launch operators? Aye, ma'am. All pods are packed with magical energy and linear induction rails are good to go. Hey, Viper, welcome to the stream. How be things? Berserker of Eldorado? No clue. All current trajectory data has been entered. But she's not an archer, so yeah. Connecting superconductive alternator now. It's good to go at any time. Final Spirit Origin storage checks all green. Fire Spirit Origin pods. So our servants are now nothing more than disposable missiles. I paid good quartz for those servants. And we're just firing them at the enemy. Damn, now that's a starry sky right there. Feels good to be out at night without the moon hanging over me. Good, we're reading you loud and clear. While we're here, let me tell you a little about what you're seeing right now. We're using your pod sensors to make sense of the chaos of space-time to render into an image and project it for you to see. Although the fact that the pod sensors have already gone off and made you materialize means that the enemy must have already fired their second shot. That means it shouldn't be long now before you see the incoming projectile. Wonder what it's going to look like. I can see a boob. You, say again? It's the Kyklos Galacticos. There's a huge band of light spreading out to cover the entire night sky. Okay, so you're saying it looks like the Milky Way. Bit of a stretch, but whatever. I can see what Orion's talking about. I guess it means Soul's mission now is to find and neutralize the enemy before we can fire a third shot. Good thing we're set to fend this one off. Hell yeah, they've got their battlefield, we've got ours. Though hey, what happened to Adelante and Chiron? I have them sitting by at reserves for the second deployment. You're leading the charge here, Orion. I see. Got it. Well then, time to really cut loose. With a target that big, I don't need to worry about aiming. I'm just gonna hit dead center with everything I've got. It's still hard to believe that a bundle of energy being observed with an ultra-high-powered telescope is showing up with so much sheer mass. Alright, just to make sure. You'll need the Spirit Origin pod to come back, so make absolutely sure it's safe. I'm pretty sure there are other things I need to keep safe too, but thanks. Honestly, I'd forgotten about that. Alright, let's do this thing. Come forth, my full moon. Shine your light down and illuminate this tri-star hunter. Goddess of the moon, my destiny, I beg your guidance. Strengthen my body, calm my mind, and then seal my fate. Artemis, Agnos! You can choose your setup before the battle! Man, I'm really given a lot of choice for this setup, aren't I? So many options for this mission setup. Berserker goes down first. Hey, Mordred. Welcome to the stream. How be things? Let's go in AQB. Your melee is nearly bond 12. Oh gosh, I didn't even see there was more than this guy. Prison. That's annoying. But maybe we can get around this? I have no idea, but we will certainly try. Shoot. I forgot the NP wasn't Buster. Okay. 10, 20, 10, 20, 40. That'll work. Will do. 5 more runs until you're bond 12. And Mordred's got that kind of mindset, though. Mordred sees those kinds of things when they aren't there. That's just the kind of person Mordred is. I kid. Mordred's a cool dude. Mordred is a cool dude. Yeah, you know, Musk definitely did not think that through when he rebranded Twitter. Really feels like he did not think that through. But then, oftentimes the rich don't think things through, do they? Oftentimes the rich don't think things through. Yeah. But it gets some good laughs, like it just got from me by your comment about thinking what kind of link was actually sent through chat. Also, I just realized, did I get dog points from that one? I don't think I did. But, Viper, Mordred, you never answered me. How be things? Yatcha. Damn, out of magical energy. Bye, Orion. What the? But he hit it. I saw him hit it. Orion's Spirit Origin has returned to his pod. Right, good work, team. Initiate pod return. Man, this is sick. Just look at those high-energy magical particles flying off every which way. SpaceX finally not to blow up a rocket. Hey, congratulations, SpaceX, for not blowing up a rocket. Hope that those other rockets were not manned. I hope they were unmanned rockets. Really do. Now I'm getting worried. I hope Master's team is okay. Well, I should let Mash know about this, too. Da Vinci. This can't be right. I know Orion's arrow shattered that light beam center of gravity. Even if it wasn't enough to destroy the incoming attack, it should have been enough to throw it off course. It looks like the beam itself has been altered. Almost seems like its living tissue that's been broken into countless constituent parts and is now reassembling itself. Da Vinci, where should we fire the other pods? We need to know if we should keep fighting or not. You're damn right we should. We don't have a choice. We're going to need as many Spirit Origin pods as we can make. This isn't over by a long shot. If anything, it's only just begun. Understood. Then I'll keep going until further notice. Prepare to fire the third pod cluster. Aye, aye, sir. Man, this static is terrible. Come on, we gotta make sure the second cluster's guidance systems are working properly. They're behind 19XX at NASA in terms of achievements, and it won't help their money problems, so they are still doomed. Yeah, money is always an issue, ain't it? Another party that I'll form immediately before the battle begins. Will I, though, game? Will I, though? Are you going to let me form a party this time, or no? Because you said that last time. Yeah, Twitter... To be honest, I don't really use Twitter that much either. I'm not really big for social media, despite being a streamer, technically. Which is kind of weird, because I know I should probably have more of a social media presence than I do. I guess it's kind of been always a procrastination thing. Maybe that's something else I need to fix. I thought, did we just reshift? When the hell did they add me to Master Special Brigade? No, it's the dust cloth again. Man, it sure is hot here, ain't it? Can't be comfortable for you under all that fur either. Anyway. What was your name again? Bakin or Michi or something like that? You're looking kinda rough. Not gonna die on me, are you? No, I'm alright. I'm alive, somehow. So that was a reshift. I've never felt anything like it. Izo, Lobo, when did you get here? Whoa. Well, I'll be damned, this series don't just look familiar. More people in stream it would be better, but honestly, I don't think you would like her much from what you can see of it. I have debated seeing about dual streaming on another website called Kick. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's a growing streaming website, and I've debated seeing if I can't dual stream on there as well. I just don't know how well a dual stream sort of thing does. I guess I was even more right than I thought when I said the Singularity Cluster looked like the Name Islands. What's up, Lady Bargus? Did you find something? Did I say her name correctly? No, in fact, we've lost something. That little Tengu girl isn't with us. Ushiwaka. Ushiwaka Maru. I don't see her anywhere. And when you're as tall as I am, you can see quite far. I'm afraid Ushiwaka Maru was somehow separated from us. Can you sense anything from your magical energy connection to her? Ushi? Nope. She is not here. Oh, crap. Now what do we do? Okay, this is a new... This is a new sprite. It's just Hussein with detachable cloak. You know, everybody should have a detachable cloak. It would look so much more epic at times if we could all just walk around with cloaks, and then when things get serious, we just detach them and let the wind, let them flutter away in the wind. We would all look so much cooler. The whole world would be a lot cooler looking if we all had detachable cloaks. So you guys scout our surroundings and then look for Ushi. Roger. Sure hope this ain't what happened, but maybe she got stranded somewhere in the raid shift. How about Chaldea, Master? Can you reach him? I'll try Chaldea. Testing, 1, 2. Chaldea, can you read me? Over. Yeah, I definitely need to... More emotes is definitely something on the docket, since I have the revelation that I have 9 emote slots open, 5 of them being animated. So, yeah. To be honest, Mordred, I was sub 50 followers before FGO, so... FGO is how I have over 200 followers. Ushiwaka failed to arrive with us in the raid shift for some reason. In our place, we have Izo and Lobo. We cannot contact Chaldea at the moment, but we are not completely cut off. Thanks to Miss Crane and Habitrot, the Beacon in Master's Mystic Code is still functioning. We can therefore assume that Chaldea is at least tracking our position. According to Lobo, we did a quick periphery check for us earlier. Seems we're the only ones sent here. That is fair. Active people coming in is a bit of an issue. That is true. I mean, there are a couple of other games that I do plan on streaming, like I am going to be streaming the Elden Ring DLC when it comes out later this month. Probably alongside hundreds, if not thousands, of other people, though, so that's not going to be a big thing. Frostpunk 2 I do want to stream, and that's coming out next month. And that's probably a lot more niche of a community. And then I'm debating doing RuneScape streaming more. How I stream FGO? Oh, do tell. Yeah, so the reason I'm streaming the event so late is because I had strep throat last week. Yeah, I legitimately was going to start streaming this event last week, but I had strep. My D&D group, which meets up on Saturdays, apparently one of them had strep and didn't tell everybody else, and pretty much everybody else got strep throat from that. So yeah, last week was not a pleasant week for my D&D group because pretty much everybody got strep throat, which meant my whole house got strep throat. So yeah, that sucked hard. I think Lord Lobo is saying there appears to be a settlement in that direction. Yes, he also says he senses something suspicious around there. You can understand Lobo. So it would seem, though only through Susuke and fairly hazily at that. See, so this Headless Rider is Lord Hussein, and the large godlike wolf is Lord Lobo. Understood. So you're also two beings of one servant, kind of like me and Oi. Thanks for the translation, it will help. Yeah, I do plan on, like I said, with me not being in school right now, I do plan on being more regular with my streaming schedule. So what, them and the gigantic dog are friends now because they're both doggos? That's great and all, but you sure we can trust them? Yeah, I definitely need to get my face cam set back up as well. That is another thing I need to do. Ever since I got my new computer, I have not had a face cam set up. So that is definitely another thing. And I need to work on my Discord. Yeah, I've got my to-do list is like a mile long. Get my Discord a little bit more active. Get 14 more emotes. Get my face cam set up. It's really a lot. A VTuber. That could be interesting. A VTuber persona, a VTuber version of myself could be interesting. I might look into that too. Plus, we just got attacked for those weird race problems. As far as any of us know, you could be behind all that. You're right, Lord Izo. I don't have any evidence to prove otherwise. She's been kind enough, and she still gets her... Well, she's still getting her bearings, though. Master of Chaldea. Inclined to agree, I cannot conceive of one so pretty and delicate doing or plotting anything evil. My duty is to watch her. It's not my place to offer my personal opinion. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. Our mission is to protect Chaldea by putting a stop to these attacks. Regardless of who this visitor may be or what her true intentions are, I will be keeping a close eye on her to ensure no harm comes to Master. Lord Izo, Master, can I say something? I'd like you two to hear this too. If something unfortunate happened to Omi-chan, something that'd make Bakin the servant turn on us, then I'll take responsibility and commit seppuku. Oi! Yeah. Again, that was very school-related. I was buckling down hard for school, and I think not streaming, not having this outlet, also made my schooling suffer the way it did. Because this is a massive stress reliever to do this kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope I can rebuild my community and all that stuff now that I'm not doing school constantly. And that way, when I do start redoing school consistently again, I can maintain this kind of level of streaming consistency. That is the plan. Maybe there ain't a whole lot of point in committing seppuku since I'm a servant and all. Anyway, point is, I can't stand seeing all this damn suspicion thrown her way. As far as I'm convinced, I owe both Omi-chan and Bakin my life. So if somehow they've gone wrong, I promise I'll end them myself and me along with them. How's that sound? No one's getting killed, but you've made your point, Oi. Izo. Well, you can't pull the wool over my eyes, you hear. That said, though, if one of the greatest ukiyo-e artists ever is willing to stand behind her that firmly, I can't help but back down. Hey, Omichi. Yes, what is it? If you do turn out to be our enemy, we can cross that bridge when it comes to it. I shouldn't have gone as far as I did. Hope you can forgive me. Lord Izo. Really, only grab I got is that desk call of yours waking me up from my nap. Well, I'm sorry for any trouble he caused. Thank you for understanding, Izo. Okay, now that's settled. Let's talk about the stuff I couldn't really get into at Chaldea on account of how crazy things were. Interested in the surroundings earlier. True. Very true there, Mordred. Very, very true. I do need to branch out into more games. Like I said, I've got plans. I do have plans. I'm making the plans, I'm setting the plans up, and I will be trying my damnedest to implement them. That's right, I recognize the scenery anyway. Hold on, we can speak while we walk just as easily as we can standing here. We should head for the settlement Lobo discovered while we go over it. I'd like to do whatever we can to help resolve the situation while we wait for communications with Chaldea to be restored. What do you think, Master? Alright, lead the way, Lobo. Lead the way. So hot here, and the humidity's even worse. You said this is the southern province? That's right, so of course it's hot around here. You know where we are? We're in Ryukyu. Ryukyu. Oh, you might have heard Ryukyu as the location of modern-day Okinawa, Master, but that ain't this place. No, this Ryukyu is a mystical land that doesn't actually exist anywhere in our world. Mystical land? But isn't Satsuma located in Ryukyu? That's That's Shimazu territory, right? Honestly, I do need to think about it to some degree because I currently don't have an income. So, I mean, I'm even debating trying to get into writing and making a Patreon to support that stuff, but it's all sort of in the air right now as to how exactly I'm going to make money, because if I get back into school, I'm not going to be able to hold down a job. But I'm currently without school or job right now, so it's kind of like, you know, sort of a juggling act. That's right. Or at least, it used to be. As I just mentioned, it's known as Okinawa Islands nowadays. Well, that's the thing, though, is if I get a job, I'd be working for at most 2 months before going back to school. No job is going to hire somebody that's only going to be on for 2 months before they can only go part-time. That's kind of the issue. I'm not worried about living expenses. I do live with my family, with my parents still. I help them out around the house. They don't charge me rent because I am going to school. But I do want more personal money, is the thing. And what is also right in that, historically, this place never existed. Something to do with the singularity spawning, totally. That's easy. Painted this scene myself, I did. Well, okay, I guess it was technically Hokusai the painter. Ryukyu Hakai, aka the 8 Views of the Ryukyu Islands. That's the name of the 8-piece Nishiki woodblock prints I made about this place. Go on, look around, see that summit, that inlet, those pine trees? Straight out of my paintings. Well, I guess they're not all complete originals. I did base them on some existing material. I've seen the woodblock prints too, though it took longer to recognize the similarities. See, if that's true, then whoever helped create this minute singularity must know your work very well, Hokusai. However, this Tametomo general trying to destroy Chaldea is from a time far before yours. At least that's what I recall reading in the information Sion gave us. Hokusai, I doubt this is the case, but are you involved in all this? You should know that the foreign class has a dangerous tendency to lose control even if they have no wish to do so. Even if they have no wish to do so, huh? I can understand how hard that must be for them, but nonetheless. Me? Well, I can't blame you for being suspicious. I'm pretty damn taken aback here, too. Still, I can't say I had no idea something like this might become. In fact, this whole business with Kiyotaki Bakin and Minamoto no Tametomo makes it downright inevitable. Unfortunately, I can't get into why that is without getting in the weeds on Minamoto no Tametomo. Tell us the enemy's mission, then. Alright, Master, you got it. Minamoto no Tametomo was a Genji warrior, lived around about the same time as his uncle, Ushiwakamaru, that is, Lord Minamoto no Yoshitsune. He used to raise so much hell even as a kid that his parents eventually disowned him and banished him to Kyushu, though even that didn't slow him down. At the tender age of 15, he led a cavalry that ended up taking over the whole damn region. That's also where he got the name Shinsei Hachiro. Yeah, that's what... I mean, again, I'm kind of thinking of trying to write some sort of original fiction as well, but that's still in the air as well. I'm trying to field a lot of options here for a way to make even just a small amount of money. Just a small amount, just so I can help out financially around this house. Freaking awesome, ain't it? I love that kind of shit. Yeah, it is a lot of luck. Streaming is very much a luck-based thing. I fully understand that. See, so this general is very strong then. That sounds promising. After all that went down, Tametomo ended up coming back home to Kyo, and it wasn't long after that he ended up taking part in a major battle called the Hogan Rebellion. It was a fight between the retired emperor and current emperor, showdown between brothers in a fateful war. And once you know it, Tametomo's old man sided with the retired emperor. The generals opposing him were the leader of the Taira clan, Taira no Kiyomori, and Tametomo's older brother, Minamoto no Yoshitsune. Ushi's father, then. Sure was. And so, once again, father and son of the Genji clan were fated to do battle. Anywho, Tametomo sided with his old man, even though he'd been disowned, and fought with the fury of 1,000 ordinary soldiers. With his famous Gonin Bari longbow, he killed one famous samurai one after another. No matter how valiantly he fought, they were way outnumbered. The retired emperor had no choice but to barricade himself in the palace. But then Minamoto no Yoshitomo came along and set fire to the whole damn thing. That spelled victory for the current emperor, and defeat for Tametomo. Fire and Kyo, huh? Man, I would have liked to see that. You always did get stars in your eyes whenever you heard stories about fire, oi? Heard of that bow somewhere before. It was a huge, incredibly powerful bow that would take 5 regular men to string, but Tametomo could do it alone. Needless to say, most bows only take 1 person, 2 tops. There's more fantastical stories about Tametomo and that bow that I can count. One of them says his left arm was a whole 12 centimeters longer than his right. Another says the special arrow fired once went straight through a samurai wearing armor and even pierced the enemy standing behind him. Yet another says he once fired an arrow from Izu Oshima all the way to Makura on the opposite shore that just basically dug a well where it landed. Good lord, how long is this introduction of the event? My throat is killing me. Then it sounds like we would do well to avoid engaging him at range. At any rate, these stories are indeed fantastic, but no matter how valiantly he fought, it seems he still ended up part of the losing army. Yep, if Tametomo had won that battle, it probably would have changed the whole course of history. Besides, if anything, this was the point where Tametomo's realized it was only just beginning. You mean it goes on? Yeah, Tametomo definitely wasn't the kind of guy to let one defeat stop him. After he was exiled, he ended up drifting to the Izu Islands. And this time he claimed all of them for himself. How is that any different from when he drifted over to Kyushu? Obviously, the Imperial Court wasn't going to stand for that, so they ordered Tametomo to be put to death. When he saw a fleet of ships carrying 500 warriors bearing down on his islands, even Tametomo knew the jig was up. But he wasn't about to go down without a fight, so he grabbed his bow and shot an arrow at the ship carrying 300 soldiers. And with a prayer to the great Bodavista of arms, that one arrow struck its mark and sunk the entire ship, killing everyone on board. More like a rocket launcher than a bow. When the rest of the warriors made land, he ended up taking his own life in his house rather than fall to enemy blades. The end. So would you say that about covers his life, Omi-chan? Yes, I would. The prevailing theory today is that Tametomo ended his life on Izu Oshima after he was exiled. But some believe that his final resting place is actually Miyakejima, or even Hachijojima further south. What about Ryukyu? Oh, good point, Master. I was so caught up in these stories I didn't even notice. You said this was a mystical island that never existed anywhere, yes? That sounds just like a fairy country. Sure did, but I think I'd better let Omi-chan take it from here. Once I get going on this stuff, it's impossible to shut me up. You mean on One Tail than a Muho? I'd be glad to. Or if I heard that name before. More exposition, let me guess. Or not. Doggo. Where are you going? Come back here. Guess your dust cloth got tired of all your rambling. Thank you. Well, damn, sorry for jabbing on, so, Something's here. Sosuke said one of his comrades is nearby. One of his comrades? You mean one of the other dog warriors? Must be. It seems to be why he ran off so suddenly. Well, I'm sorry, I just got real dizzy all of a sudden. Oh, what's wrong with you? You feeling okay? Are you alright? Omi-chan, crap, she can't stay on her own. Hey, Master, give me a hand. Great, more work for us. Wait, hold on, Master. Take a look at Lobo. I hate to say it, but we'll need to help meet you later. First beings, and they're already attacking us. Standard stuff. Indeed, Master, they appear to be human, but they have no physical form. They seem more like evil spirits. Whatever they may be, they're clearly in our way. We may have no choice but to go through them. One of these things are why Sosuke ran off like that. They're revolting, just like we didn't have enough problems already. Finally! My throat is killing me. I thought I had healed from the strep more than I did. Clearly I'm not as healed from strep as I thought. Alright. Reset party, we're going to all the servants. Absolutely loved the Trom story. It was amazing. 10 out of 10 would play again. Bargus, you can go in the back line since you're not leveled, sadly. Who else is a frontliner that is leveled up? I do have my own Lobo. Well, my Lobo can go in the back lines and take himself on a CE as well. Izo can take Sumo. He didn't die till the very end. Holmes survived until like the very end of Trom. I don't know what you're on. Oh, how he died. I mean, it's kind of a conceptual weakness for him, so I can somewhat see that being why he died so fast. You know? Fair. That is a good point. Yeah. I am working on putting Trom. I'm gonna be putting Trom up on my YouTube channel before too long too. Gonna put a lot of effort into that. Mainly because I feel like that's gonna be a lot. But yeah, Trom was excellent. I am actually a fan of Salome now. I'm pretty sure in the waifu rankings, I put her in the needs more development category. I think it's fair to say that Salome will be moving up in the waifu rankings this coming year. She will definitely be having a higher placement. Oh, I completely missed that the archer was a tap to NP me. Sure. Let's see. Salome was a great part of the early Trom. Charlie. Excellent. Excellent. He played an excellent role. Gotta love Charlie. Honestly, the whole cast was great. Don Quixote, top tier. You know? And that's not just bias speaking. Only thing you didn't care for was how they hyped up Holmes' betrayal and then killed him off before he did anything. Yeah, I mean, I can somewhat see it. Reading deeper into things, it does seem like Holmes deleted his own memories to have a fresh start of things, so that way he wouldn't betray us all terribly, or something like that. It was convoluted and complicated, but yeah. The Holmes that we interacted with is not what the real Sherlock Holmes would be like. Trom was a lot of Trom dealt with the divide, I guess, between fantasy and reality. How even fantastical things are very real, but they are also different at the same time. Holmes was an excellent example of fantastic versus realistic. The Holmes we have known for all that time. Yeah, he did kill himself, so he couldn't remember. Yeah, Holmes was a great example of it. Johanna, Don Quixote, Charlie. Yeah, they were all excellent use cases of the idea of fantasy being reality, I guess. Or how fantasy is just as real as reality, or something along those lines. I can't exactly vocalize the exact message it tried to send, but there was definitely that kind of element to it all. Overall, in the end though, Trom was an amazing story. It had an amazing cliffhanger. Only low point for me was how we were being all buddy-buddy with Caddock. You know, he doesn't deserve buddy-buddy time. No, Caddock deserves to be locked in a room viewing Summer Anastasia's attempts to woo us. Yeah. What was that all about? Thought we'd got the little bastards, then they up and explode on us. Were they just so mad about losing they literally couldn't contain themselves or something? Yep, do not care for Caddock in the slightest bit. Those things that attacked us probably came from the settlement. Does this mean this is where you sensed that strange presence earlier, Lobo? The only reason he is in the 5th position of all the cryptors is because I don't know enough about David, outside of the memes about David. But I will not depend on memes to determine where I rank David on the scale of favored cryptors. So yeah, David is in the 6th position because I do not have enough information on him. Do you forget? But here's the question, Mordred. Have you forgotten the 2 things that you said that you would always call me out on? There are 2 things in particular you said that you would always remember to call me out on if I said them. Do you recall what they were? Another enemy. No, wait. Oh, hey, it's the dust cloth. What's that in its mouth? Sosuke. Oh, thank goodness, I was worried about you. Looks like you're feeling a lot better now, Omi-chan. Can you stand on your own, then? Yes, I think I'm okay now. Sosuke, why did you run off like that? And what did you bring back? A bead. This is the code bead for piety, one of the 8 virtues. Let me guess, it's going to materialize into a doggo? It materializes into a doggo! Shino, it's you. Right on one, but wrong on the Abbey point. I suppose you must have forgotten. That's right, of course, this code bead was always your destiny. I would have never guessed you were hiding out in a place like this. I was really worried about you, you know? You certainly gave us a surprise, didn't you? So that puppy there is another one of the Bakin's 8 warrior dog familiars, huh? He's definitely a... no. Never mind. It's impressive how composed and dignified he is. I suppose I might not phrase it properly sometimes. Or I suppose that you must have just forgotten about it. Shiba Inu. I learned as much from seeing Sosuke, but these 8 dog warriors are some of the most grateful, adorable pups I've ever seen. Are you trying to stop yourself from grinning or something? Cut it out, it's creepy. The truly strong tend to smile at all times. Pay it no mind. There you go, Mordred. There you go. And it looks like Bargist has a love for puppies. Senpai, if you're... please, I'm in. Senpai. Mash, you don't say that kind of stuff out in public. Gosh. Mash, keep that kind of stuff for private. Chaldea, are our communications working? Senpai, there you are. Thank goodness. Are you okay? But you remember now, that's the thing. What's the thing with Abby? I don't recall there being anything with Abby. We had some reshift issues, Mash, but we're all okay. Yes, we're aware. First Ushiwakamaru is still here at Chaldea. It looks like Izo and Lobo reshifted in her place. Have you made up with them, Senpai? Ah, her costume. Gotcha. Her ascension, yep. Base Abby will always stay in First Ascension when on rest, but will go Final Ascension when in battle mode, because First Ascension does not like fighting. And I will not force Abby to fight. I'll just force her to grow into a more evil version of herself that does. I'm not sure which is worse. Sure as, and as you can see, we're all doing fine. Thank goodness, this must have been quite the shock to all of you. If it's a good time, I'd like to explain what's going on here with our side of the conflict. Yep, that's what this is now. Conflict. Right. Exposition dump. Yep. The bitchiest bitch who's ever bitched. That I will not forget. You clear event quests to collect the points, yada yada, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Fetch, collect items through expeditions. Expend items as well. Okay. Six hours for this one. Not gonna be awake for it, but we'll do it. Does Shino have any boost? Shino has a night. What the heck? A minus compatibility? Take the frisbee disc. Alright. So I do think, unfortunately, that is going to be where I call today's stream, because I need 20,000 points to do the first quest. So yeah. And my throat's starting to hurt, because again, I had strep throat last week. And I'm still not fully recovered, I guess. So I think I'm going to call this stream of FGO here. I will be back Wednesday. I am going to do my damnedest to stick to my streaming times I have set out. I will be trying my damnedest to stream 3 times a week at the appropriate times. Times may be moved a bit earlier in the day because I am aware that I do have a fair bit of audience in the Eastern Hemisphere of the world. And they are all asleep right now. Or should be asleep. Infinity. I'm talking about you. If you're here. Or will be watching this at a later point in time. So yeah, I am possibly going to be moving my stream speed earlier in the day. That is to be determined. But for now, I'm going to call this stream here. So I have been Solar Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. Once again, I thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you enjoyed. Have a fantastic evening, everybody.